Hiya, welcome to Darren in the Studio. Thanks for swinging by for another video. You find us here on a very wet and damp Sunday afternoon here in Leicestershire, United Kingdom. I know it's been ages, hasn't it, since we sort of got together and did a video. The last video I think I did was the Welsh artists. Having been to the Speedway Grand Prix in Cardiff, I thought I'd do a video and show you some of the Welsh artists in my collection. And that sort of features a little bit in the stuff that I've got for you now. This is basically a roundup of some of the stuff that I've been buying over the last month or so. I decided I wasn't going to do a month roundup, but I kind of wish I'd kept to that because I've just lots of stuff is sort of all piled up. So this video is probably going to be quite a long one. So get comfy because I've got quite a lot of stuff to show for you. It's all in alphabetical order. We've got some vinyl, we've got some CDs. There's a cassette in there as well. So we're going to start off. It's all, like I say, all in alphabetical order. Some of it's new, some of it's secondhand. This is Jake Bugg. This is a nice little album. I don't know what year this is from. 2000, quite recent, 2021. This, not sure whether this is Jake's latest album or not. Jake's from a little town near Nottingham, and which isn't very far from where we are here. This album is called Saturday Night, Sunday Morning. Nice little 11 track album. Bought this on the market on Fridays. There's a guy who has a stall there who sells secondhand bits and bobs, and he's got quite a few albums, but he's also got some new stuff as well, and it's all sealed. And I'm very dubious as to where it comes from because it's sort of all sealed, all brand new, but he's selling it for just a tenner. And he's obviously not a record dealer or anything like that, so I don't know where it comes from. Anyway, Jake Bugg, this was £10. It was sealed. Managed to get the hype sticker off and put it on the cover. Just a standard black vinyl, nice little inside sleeve, picture of Jake there at his breakfast table. Got the lyrics, all that sort of stuff. It's just on black vinyl. Nice little bespoke labels. Really good album, this. I think, looking at my stuff, I think I've got all of Jake Bugg's albums. If you've never heard of this particular young gentleman, check him out. He sort of does a couple of different things, you know. He's singer-songwriter, guitar player. Would I put him down the same avenue as Ed Sheeran? Possibly. But really, really great. Check this guy out. Jake Bugg. I think it's his latest album. Saturday Night, Sunday Morning. Okay, next. This is a CD that I featured on our Welsh collection. And I shouldn't really be showing it, but I wanted to. And this is a recent buy. I picked this up in a shop that sold books, and he had a few CDs at the side, and they were all £1, mint condition. This is Catatonia's album, Equally Cursed and Blessed. Nice little album. The favourite track on here is She's a Millionaire, but it's actually got quite a lot of hits on here. Dead from the Waist Down was a hit. What else was Londinium is a great song on here. Karaoke Queen as well was a bit of a hit. £1, absolute mint condition. You can't go wrong. Great album, great band. Next, a cassette. You know me, I love me 80s, early 80s Alice Cooper stuff, and this is the first album that kicked off the 80s for Alice Cooper. This is his Flush the Fashion album on cassette. I've got a few versions of Flush the Fashion on cassette. This is a nice German copy with the original paper labels. Played it, sounds absolutely superb on the good tape deck here. Flush the Fashion, Alice Cooper 1980 on the Warner's label. Nice little German cassette. Next, we've got Bob Dylan. This was another record that I picked up off the Friday stall in town. Again, this was £10. It was shrink wrapped, sealed, double vinyl album. This is called Rough and Rowdy Ways. How many songs are on here? There are, what we got, 3, 6, 9, 10 tracks on here over 2 LPs. Really nice artwork. Murder Most Foul is the last track of the second disc, and it takes up the whole side of one disc, and it's unbelievable, really great. I say, nice little double album from Bob Dylan. This is 2021, I think, as well. Sorry, this is 2020. This is probably one of Bob's more recent albums. Like I said, double album. Got nice sort of inserts as well. Nice artwork on this stuff. Really great album. Like I said, a tenner in town, but as before, I'll just sort of reiterate, not sure where his stock comes from. These were sealed, and on the back was the original HMV label, which had been torn off. So I have a feeling that it might be something a little bit naughty, but you know, I bought it in good faith. Bob Dylan, Rough and Rowdy Ways, great album, really, really good album, this one. This was one of those albums where I played it, and then immediately afterwards I had to play it again, because I couldn't get enough of it. Really great album. And we played a track off it on the radio show the other day. We played Mother of Muses on one of my radio shows just the other day. Good album. Next up, a nice little, you know, sometimes if I see some of my CDs in here, not many of them anymore, but the odd few, I used to get promo CDs, what with being a radio presenter, I used to get promo CDs that came on CDRs, and they were never printed, they were never copied on good CDs, and they always used to fail after a while. So if I ever see any of those CDs that I've kept, if I ever see genuine copies of them, I pick them up, and this is one of them. This is Caro Emerald. This is an album called Deleted Scenes from the Cutting Room Floor. I think I'm saying her name right. Caro Emerald, C-A-R-O Emerald. This is a great album, and I'm not sure how to describe this music. It's kind of poppy, jazzy, funky. It's really swingy. It's very difficult to describe. It's a great album, mint condition as well. Got a little sort of tear there, which I tried to repair, and I didn't do a very good job of it. But in mint condition apart from that. Great 12-track album. Really, really great listen, this. If you see, and this is one of those albums that you see in charity shops all the time. Pick this one up. I think it was £1.50, I think it was. Deleted Scenes from the Cutting Room Floor from Caro Emerald. Great album. This is 2010. I'm not sure what happened to her, though. I don't know whether she made any more music. But this, if you see this in the charity shop, pick it up. You'll enjoy it. Next, same as that one. Picked this one up just yesterday. Marina bought me this as part of a birthday outing. We went to a nice little antiques and collectibles place that we like to go to over in Heanor, which is sort of Nottingham, sort of Ripley way. And of course, there's all sort of different sellers in there. Different people have different sort of areas to sell things, and picked up a few CDs from there, and this was one of them. Another album in the collection that I wanted an original copy for. Got a CDR version of this. This is John Fogerty's best of, which is called The Long Road Home, the ultimate John Fogerty Creedence collection. Of course, John Fogerty and Creedence Clearwater Revival. Great 25 tracks on this. Got some couple of new songs, some live recordings, all the sort of great sort of Creedence stuff. Mint condition. This was £2.50, and still got the original hype sticker as well. This came out in 2005. this particular collection. John Fogerty, Creedence Clearwater Revival Best Of. Really great album, really good stuff. I love finding stuff. You know, you find something that you really want. There's a few CDRs in here, and I think to myself, oh, if I ever see that, I'm having it. You know, if I see an original copy. I think this next CD I featured on an earlier video of purchases when I bought it on cassette. Bought this on cassette, and a really good copy on cassette, but saw it on CD for £1. So you can't say no. This is Elton John, Sleeping with the Past. Get some glare off. Sleeping with the Past. This is 1989. A few hits on here. Healing Hands was a hit. What else? Sacrifices on here. Really great album though. Really good. Like I say, mint condition. £1. You can't go wrong. Elton John's Sleeping with the Past. Another Elton John album for you. One that I didn't have on CD, vinyl, cassette, anything. This is his Peachtree Road album. This is from 2004. It's on the Mercury label. Another CD just for £1. Absolute mint condition. Still got the promo card inside. Booklets in great condition. CDs in great condition. Everything's in great condition, and it was £1. Beautiful, great stuff. Great album. Peachtree Road from Elton John for £1. Next up, another CDR album that I've wanted an official copy for. You must think that all my CDs are CDRs. They're not. I try and avoid CDRs. I like to have the proper thing. But like I said, as a radio presenter, I used to get sort of CDs sent to me all the time, and they were always on CDR. This is Kasabian's album, which is called Empire. Of course it is. Love this album. Got some big hits on this record. Favourite track on here is Shoot the Runner. Really great track. This is 2006 on the Sony label. Kasabian, again. A nice little original copy. I think this was £1. Actually, no, I'm telling a lie. This was 25p. This was from the place that I sometimes go to when I'm on my break at work. If I don't want a dinner, I sometimes just swing over there, see what he's got in. Nice little charity shop. 25p. Next up, something new, something old new, if you like, and it's signed as well. Went to see a band called Kicking Valentina just a couple of weeks ago at KK's in Wolverhampton, KK Steel Mill. If you've never been there, do check it out. It's a great little venue. Run and owned, of course, by KK Downing of Judas Priest, ex-Judas Priest fame. This is signed. This is Kicking Valentina. This is their 2017 album, Imaginary Creatures. Great band live. If you get a chance to see Kicking Valentina, do check them out. This is signed. The guys are really nice as well. Really nice set of lads. They always come up and say hello. They seem to know me for some reason. I don't know why, but they do. Kicking Valentina, great album this. Track on here, track 1 on side 2 is my favourite. Street, great little track. Like I say, if you've never checked out Kicking Valentina, after you've watched the video, check them out. Nice little vinyl copy. It's just on black vinyl, but it's got sort of like the lyrics and all sorts of stuff. And like I said, it's signed by the band. Next up, again, an album that I found yesterday. Another £2.50 pickup. This is and I was listening to this morning. This is a great album. It's worth £250, this for sure. This is Chris Christopherson, one of his later albums. This is 2006. It's on the New West label, which I know Steve Earle and Dwight Yoakam were signed to for a while. This album is called This Old Road. Chris Christopherson, great album this. There's a track on here called Wild American, which talks about people like Steve Earle and Merle Haggard and people like that, people that used to who had a conscience and still do, some of them. Chris Christopherson, This Old Road, £2.50. This was great album, mint condition, Really, really nice album. This is going to get a lot of play on the radio, that one. Next up, the Manic Street Preachers. This is their Everything Must Go album. Nice little original copy. This again was 25p at the charity shop near me at work. Got the hype sticker still on it. Mint condition. Really nice. Still got the original case, everything really. Booklet's in great condition. A lot of hits on here. Design for Life's on here. Everything Must Go, Australia, which is my favourite Manic Street Preachers track. Manic Street Preachers, Everything Must Go from... Oh, it's far too small to see that. I don't know when that came out. 90s? I'm thinking 1997-ish. Next up, how about some Nickelback? Another album I bought for 20p just at the charity shop near me. This is an album called The Long Road. Again, nice little original hype sticker, original case, nice CD, mint condition, 25p. Good album as well, nice strong rock album. Nothing wrong with it at all. Nickelback get a bit of a hard time, don't they? And I don't know why, because I mean they're just a good American rock band. What's the problem? Nickelback, The Long Road, 20p. This is another album I picked up yesterday, and I've got this on vinyl, and I bought it on vinyl cheap because someone had stolen the sleeve, and the record shop I bought it from were just selling it off at sort of half price, and I picked it up. And it's one of those albums where I've thought, if I ever see this on CD, I'm going to have it. £2.50. It was there yesterday. We're talking David Lee Roth's Eat 'Em and Smile album. This is superb, and the musicians on this album were at the very, very best of their abilities at that particular time. David sounded great, and of course Billy Sheehan on bass from Mr. Big. Steve Vai, of course. This was the album that kind of broke him a little bit. I know he'd done things before, but also you've got Greg Bisonet on drums on the really great band and really great album. Yankee Rose, Shy Boy, Ladies Night in Buffalo, Going Crazy, Bump and Grind ends up with a cover of That's Life. Great album. David Lee Roth, £2.50, Eat 'Em and Smile. If you know where to go and you're looking for a bargain and you're willing to sort of rummage through the stuff, you can pick up some really good stuff. This is a nice album. I haven't played this yet, but I know it's going to be really great. I've got another of her albums. This is Kate Rusby, or Rusby. I like to say Rusby. It sounds better. This is Kate Rusby. This is her album Ghost. This is from 2014. This is on the Pure Records label. I haven't played it yet, but I know this is going to sound great. It's got a little bit of damage on the case on the inside, so I'm going to swap out the CD tray. But apart from that, it's in great condition. Booklet's in great condition. Kate Rusby, Ghost, Irish singer, songwriter. Nice sort of artwork as well on there. £2.50. Next up, another CD that I bought yesterday, or should I say Marina bought for me in my birthday package. Here's a guy who I've got a cassette, and it's a home recorded cassette of this guy's greatest hits, and I've always said if I ever see anything by this guy, I've got to pick it up, and I did. And this was £3. No, I'll tell a lie, this was £6. So I paid probably more than I should have done, but it's well worth it. Worth every penny. This is Tony Joe White. This is an album called Collected. 3 CDs, 54 tracks. Takes you from his early sort of his late 60s sort of material right up to sort of early 2000s, I think. I know Tony Joe White passed away some years ago. Tony Joe White, of course, was very famous for being the guy that wrote Rainy Night in Georgia. Sorry, I'm off camera a little bit there. Rainy Night in Georgia. Also, he wrote one of Tina Turner's biggest hits, Steamy Windows. He does a version of that on here. Really chuffed to have this, really am. Tony Joe White Collected. Nice little 3 CD package. Cost me £6. That's how it looks like. The first CD's in here. With a nice little booklet to go with it. Last but not least, for sure, a band that we know, a band that as a tribute artist to Kiss, we've actually supported this band, which was really great. This is a band called White Tiger. Now, White Tiger have been doing a lot of sort of the festivals here in the UK. You get a chance to see them, do check them out. Really great rock band. Nice little 4-piece band. This is their album, which is called This Is The Life. There's a track listing for you. This is self-produced. But White Tiger have just secured a US publishing deal, which means this album will be sort of like re-released. I was chatting to the drummer the other week. When we went to watch Kicking Valentina, the band that I was telling you about earlier. These guys were supporting them, and at KK's in Wolverhampton there, and we've seen them a few times now, and we're sort of friendly with them. White Tiger, This Is The Life. This is 2022. Like I said, this is probably going to get a reissue. It's not out on vinyl. It's only out on CD at the moment. But if you fancy getting a copy of this just good rock music, sort of catchy songs, self-written, self-penned, self-produced, and White Tiger, This Is The Life. Do check them out. Good little band. That's it. That's my rundown. I know I've sort of been a bit quick with this. We're at 22 minutes now, so that's more than enough time taken. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that kind of stuff. We're about 622 subscribers at the moment, and if you've got this far into this video, then maybe you like some of the other videos and you want to subscribe. That'd be great. Give you the notification when I put more videos on. Hoping to do more videos. Something that I really need to get a move on with is my 50th anniversary CD albums. You know, my 1974 50th anniversaries, and me 1984s, and me 2004s, my 1994s. You know the deal. I've not done any of those this year. We did 1964 earlier on in the year, so I need to get it up to date with all that kind of stuff. So badger me along, and we'll sort it out. Anyway, until next time, thanks for swinging by. Look after yourselves, look after each other. Like I say, like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on any of these albums. Love to hear what you think. And we'll catch you again in the studio very, very soon. Ta-da.